Incoming!
Kill confirmed.
Happy to step in. Flash out! Thermite out! I'm not the enemy here.
Confirmed.
Very fast! Sending thermite! Loading ammo! Thermite out! Load one down! Very fast! We down! Aim for the enemy! Grab some ammo. Very fast!
Attack secure. Kill confirmed.
Sending thermite! Blast out! Thermite out!
Ground. Push the back.
Ammo here! Very fast! Blast out! Very fast! Took a shot! Blast out! Flash out!
Mw3 near your position.
Throwing flash!
How do you tell the difference between commonly confused animals? How do you tell the difference between venomous and non-venomous snakes? I wish I could know. I wish I knew this, but I don't live by snakes, so I don't have to. Yeah, rattlesnakes make a really distinct noise. Is it because of the noise that they make? It is not. It's because of their colors. It's shape related. Yeah, they have diamonds. So venomous snakes have a triangular head and triangular pupils. Non-venomous snakes have round head and circular pupils. What about alligators and crocodiles? It's something with their nose. I know it is. Yeah, they're different lettered shapes. Yeah, one's an E. One's
No.
I'm sorry. So the I think there's a little snap. One's a triangle. Yes, one's V-shaped, one's U-shaped. Which one's which? Crocodile's U-shaped. Crocodile is V-shaped, and alligators have a U-shaped snap. What about frogs and toads? Frogs and toads. One says ribbit and one says... That's not true.
One of them is like
slimy,
skin.
and one is like leather. Frogs are smooth, moist skin. A toad is dry and bumpy. Yeah, I knew that. What about a leopard, cheetah, and jaguar? These all look the same to me. Well, a jaguar doesn't have spots. A black jaguar doesn't. A normal jaguar does. Oh. I have no idea how to tell the difference. What do you think? What do you think's the differentiator? Cheetah's the fastest. The leopard has rosettes. Don't know what that is. The cheetah has solid spots, right? And the jaguar has rosettes and spots. Oh, interesting. How do you tell the difference between commonly
We add a quick thumbnail before we get started. Let me open my laptop studio.
This guy accidentally found where this trending sound originates.
Kill confirmed.
Tossing tactical!
That one.
I did!
Taking the lead.
Switching map! Loading fresh mag! Tactical out! Tossing tactical! Here we go!
We've lost the lead. Attack secure. Kill confirmed.
Moving!
Not one. Secure the lead.
I prefer to be thinking cash. Changing, here we go. Taking fire. We're on the same side. Switching map.
Kill confirmed.
Tactical out. Here we go. Tossing tactical. I'm on Changing mag. Here we go.
Confirm that one.
Tactical out. Assaulting tactical. Tactical out.
The enemy's taken the lead.
I'm hit.
Notch one.
Morning flash mag.
In the area. We've lost the lead.
Tossing tactical.
Active.
Taking fire. That's all. Another dead.
Secured the lead.
Here we go.
Active.
Switching mag. Enemy KIA. Morning flash mag. Requesting recon at my location.
Tank secure. Friendly UAV online. You're halfway through the fleet. Finish confirmed.
Check your fire. Here we go. Sniper's down.
Confirm that one.
Getting shot. Almost got me. Almost.
Target the other time. Friendly care package on the way.
Ammo here.
Friendly mortar strike on the way.
Switching knives.
Notch one. Friendly Guardian inbound.
Oh, check your fire.
Kill confirmed. Friendly UAV on
Changing
station.
knives.
Kill confirmed. Confirmed. Friendly deployed.
Switching knives. I'm hit. Tactical out.
The enemy's taken the lead.
Tossing tactical. We're on the same side. Tactical out. Tossing tactical.
Tank secure. Kill confirmed. Taking the lead. Notch one.
Tactical out.
Confirm that one.
Loading fresh mag. Ammo here. Tossing tactical. Tactical out. Changing knives. Hostile equipment destroyed. Tossing
Enemy
tactical.
UAV active.
It's getting lit up.
Notch one. The lead.
Tactical out.
We've taken the lead. Kill confirmed.
Switching mags. Tossing tactical. Changing knives. Here we go.
That one.
Loading fresh mag.
Tied with the enemy.
Moving here. Ammo here. Tossing tactical.
Confirm that one.
Oh, check your fire. Changing mag. Tactical out.
The mission's complete. Good work.
That is the objective.
Oh. Here's my question for you.
Was with the respect to the South. Do you think that the criterion of having alligators establishes Southern predominance or Southern culture? Give me the deductively valid argument for the assertion. Give me the deductively valid argument.
Everyone except serendipity.
I'm definitely giving your mom jokes.
Yo, I know that you're getting bullied right now. Like, your laws are rhetorically slanted. If you want to give me the deductively valid argument that the laws of logic are mind dependent, go ahead.
Yes. Can you give me
I didn't think so. That's dodge number one.
Can you give me a way to do that?
Dodge number one votes here. Dodge number two.
Why would you?
That's what I thought, bro.
Why would you ask a lot?
Sorry.
Prove that. Give the argument. It's not objective.
Want to give the argument?
Enemy planted at Alpha.
I just did. Nice burn and shift, by the way. Notice this guy's nervous. He's sweating, bro. He's done.
We lost that round. Prepare for the next one.
Like, this is getting recorded. Like, the subjectivity of laws and logic.
Search and destroy.
Oh, you're still.
Defend the objectives from hostile forces.
Couldn't be me, man. Holy shit, you're producing object things.
Moving to my mark.
Area. Enemy bomb at Alpha.
This guy's not giving an argument.
That's someone needs.
Bomb site is still hot. Move fast.
That was.
How are you doing? I'm alright, thank you. No, Moldova, Kazakhstan. Видно, что немного...
All operatives, bomb defused. You won that round. Get ready for the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy. Plant a charge on the target and level it.
Moving. Moving to my mark.
Friendly UAV online. Bomb drone is active. secure, on to the next. Search and destroy. Target objectives need to be detonated. Our counter UAV is active.
Moving here.
Move it.
One minute remaining.
Hey man, it's getting spooky. I just came across. What happens when your pain and heartbreak?
Trades that were so bad they ruined an entire franchise.
The round is lost. Focus on the next one. Switching sides. Search and destroy.
I'm begging you, stop asking, does that make sense? Does that make
Set a
sense?
defensive perimeter around the objectives.
Sorry, can I just add?
The safety net disappears. The school system is purposefully designed to stop you from failing. If your grades slip, a teacher pulls you aside, sends a letter to your parents, and puts you in mandatory tutoring. There is an entire safety net built to catch you the second you start messing up. But the day you graduate, that safety net disappears. As an adult, you can gain 40 pounds, max out 3 credit cards, and completely isolate yourself from everyone you know. And no one will say a thing. There are no parent-teacher conferences for your bank account or your physical health. Nobody sends a warning letter when your savings hit zero. No counselor schedules a check-in when you haven't left your apartment in 2 weeks. The reality school never prepares you for is that in the real world, you can completely ruin your life and slip away for several years, and nobody is going to step in to stop you. The system that spent 18 years protecting you from your own mistakes graduates you and immediately stops caring. You just fail. No A for effort. At some point in school, a teacher looked at your barely finished essay and gave you a B because you clearly tried hard. That was the kindest lie anyone ever told you. The real world does not grade on effort. It grades on outcomes. You can work 80 hours on a project that fails and receive exactly the same credit as someone who did nothing, and that's absolutely zero. Nobody in your professional life will pull you aside and acknowledge the hours you logged or the difficulty of what you attempted. Clients don't pay for effort. Employers don't promote based on commitment alone. The market only asks one question. Did you solve the problem or didn't you? School trained you to believe that visible effort earns protection from consequences. Hard work feels like it should count for something, and in a classroom, it does. Outside of it, effort without results is just expensive activity, and nobody is going to give you partial credit for it. Loyalty is not rewarded. If you started your career at a company and stayed there, worked hard, and never caused problems, you probably assumed the company would eventually take care of you, promote you, or raise your salary, so it's at least comparable to what the same company is offering new hires right now. Companies calibrate compensation at the moment of hire and raise it incrementally year over year, while the external market moves on its own schedule. The result is that a loyal employee with 5 years of institutional knowledge often earns meaningfully less than someone hired into the same role today. The company isn't punishing your loyalty. It simply has no financial incentive to correct the difference on its own. Raises happen when you have leverage, and the most reliable source of leverage is a competing job offer. Job hopping isn't necessarily a character issue. For a significant number of people, switching employers every few years is the only realistic mechanism for
Moving to
salary
my mark.
growth that keeps pace with the market. School taught you that commitment and consistency earn recognition. In corporate environments, sometimes the only thing that forces a company to pay you what you're worth is demonstrating that you're willing to walk. Competence gets you more work. There is an unspoken rule in every workplace that nobody tells you during orientation. The faster and better you do your job, the more of other people's jobs you will also end up doing. In school, finishing early meant free time. You completed the assignment, you sat back, and the teacher left you alone for the rest of class. That was your reward. The workplace runs on the opposite logic entirely. When you prove you can execute quickly and cleanly, you become the person managers reach for every time something needs to actually get done. That sounds like a compliment. What it looks like in practice is your underperforming coworker's backlog appearing on your desk with a note that says, "Since you have time." The solution isn't to slack off. It's to make sure that competence comes attached to compensation, advancement, or opportunities that actually benefit you. High performers who don't negotiate what their output is worth end up doing twice the work for the same pay as the person next to them who does half as much. You have to make your results work for you because the organization will happily let you do it for free. There is no syllabus. For the first 18 years of your life, someone else decides exactly where you need to be and when. One day you get a diploma and the schedule just stops. There are no more instructions, just a blank calendar and the vague suggestion that you figure it out. Nobody tells you that without a structure forcing your progress, you have to become the architect of your own goals. School handed you milestones automatically. Midterms, finals, moving up the grade level. You always knew where you stood and what came next. In the real world, if you don't actively set specific targets for your career, your finances, or your personal growth, the default is stagnation. You can't just show up and expect to level up your own daily structure and defining what your next milestone is. Time just slips away. The people who thrive after school aren't necessarily smarter or more talented. They just figured out how to manufacture their own structure. They set their own deadlines, build their own milestones, and hold themselves accountable to a timeline nobody else is watching. If you don't learn how to define your own goals and build a system...
Mission failed.
You'll look
Return
up
to
at 30
base.
and realize that while you were waiting around for the next assignment, everyone else figured out the game and completely passed you by. It's hard to make friends. In school, you were around the same 30 people for 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. Friendship was almost inevitable. After you graduate, you're not around anybody anymore. So where the heck are you supposed to find friends? Nobody warns you that adult friendship depends on something school provided automatically. Repeated, unplanned contact with the same people over time. Once that structure disappears, you have to manufacture it deliberately. The gym requires you to approach a stranger and start a conversation with no obvious reason to. Church is the same. Most neighborhoods run on a policy of friendly waves and zero follow-through.
The pituitary tumor is a typically benign tumor of the pituitary gland. They're very common. They can occur in up to 1 out of every 5 or 6 people. They come in 2 varieties, secreting